Okay, good. Looks like we got a pretty good full house there. What we're going to do now is start the meeting. Put that on mute. So thanks everybody for joining. I'm going to resume my share. We should all be seeing the screen. We're doing a Commercient quick update today. My name is Richard Jenkins. I'm the CTO for Commercient. I manage the technology and the roadmap of the technology for the company. With me is
John Engove. I'm the VP of Sales and Marketing here at Commercient.
And today we're going to, Stephen Bellinger is joining us as well, and he'll be introducing himself in a little while. He's on mute right now. You should be able to see us, and I'm just going to go ahead and I'm actually going to stop the share so you can at least see us full screen. Richard, John, and then Stephen Bellinger in the other window. And I'll go back to my screen sharing. Okay. Today's agenda, we're going to cover what's new in the company. We're going to cover the features and add-ons to the product. We're going to cover something more in detail called Sync to Pay, and quickly summarize. Our objective here is to give you a quick update. We intend to do these quick updates frequently, probably every 2 months, and give you an update as to what's going on with the company and what's going on with the features and add-ons that we have. So I'm going to pass it over to John right now for the next slide.
Thanks, Richard. So in 2016, 2017, we've had tremendous success with our product. We've achieved over 100% growth year on year across all aspects of the business. So that includes our employees. We've grown and doubled our employees, doubled our partner base, and obviously, most important, doubled our customer base as well, which is very exciting. So we've built out some very strategic partnerships with the likes of Salesforce and various other companies. So some of the things that we're introducing in 2017 is more formalization of the certification program for our partners. So we've got a lot of partners that have joined our ecosystem, and we're upping the amount of exposure, training, and tutorials that they're going to need to do to become formalized partners. We've also this year had a lot of ISV partners join our ecosystem. These are other software companies that develop software that have integrated to our platform, namely Conga Composer, which is a popular form developer system for Salesforce, DocuSign, which is a digital signature system, Magento, which is a shopping cart system, and Microsoft CRM, which is an alternate CRM system, and various other CRM systems, as well as Sage Payments. Sage Payments has partnered with us to provide a sync of payment information in both CRM and ERP. So Richard's going to talk more about that today. Then in terms of global support, we've extended our footprint with global support. So we extended out live chat on our website and through our support zone. We've extended out additional time zones for phone support and for support desk tickets. So we're covering business hours from Australia through Europe to North America, East and West Coast. We're also adding more success plans. So we're going to segment our offerings into what's called or termed accelerators, which is more of appointments set with one-on-one coaching that allows you to do a session and to dig deep down into any specific session. For example, might be, how do we take a complex business situation such as writing reports based on custom objects or standard objects, and which is the best pathway to go in terms of getting that data reported as a dashboard in Salesforce. So that would be an example of a session that we could do one-on-one and provide you with more professional services on top of the help desk support that we provide today.
Thank you, John. I'm going to pass it over now to Stephen Bellinger. And Stephen, you should be able to see the slides. And I'm going to mute myself and let you go ahead. Thank you. And please introduce yourself first. Thanks.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Richard. My name is Stephen Bellinger, and I know I've worked with some of the folks here on the call or the webinar, and I know we've had chances to interact in the past, but if we haven't, my name is Stephen Bellinger again. I am an account executive here at Commercient. I work with both clients and existing clients to help make sure that they're taking the best advantage of the Commercient SYNC application. So with that in mind, as Richard and John have been discussing so far, that this is a very exciting time here at Commercient, and I'm happy to discuss some of the add-on modules you may not be aware of or are not taking advantage of. So for the ERP to CRM sync, if you currently have a price list or multiple lists within your ERP, we can take those tables and populate that information as price books within the CRM, so your reps or customer service can see all the up-to-date pricing. Many of you have products or items within your ERP, and we can bring over those product SKUs and items to allow your CRM users to actually view and use the different products list within the CRM. Have your customers ever wondered if a product or an item is in stock? If so, we can sync all that inventory items from multiple locations or warehouses to provide those folks with up-to-date stock information while they have these conversations with their customers. If your products or contracts have limits, serial numbers, warranties, and you need to see if those are still active or the customer is current, we can bring those into CRM as assets. We can bring any custom table or view and relate those to either custom or standard objects such as ERP invoices to create CRM opportunities or orders. Your accounts will have multiple contacts associated with them traditionally within the ERP, and we can sync those those contacts over to CRM to allow you to use those names within either opportunities or however you see fit. Just based on who I see on the call, I know that many of you are currently utilizing our two-way sync capabilities, but if you're not, this would actually be a great time to evaluate the solution and see if it might be a good time to add those items or that item into your package. So if you are creating opportunities within CRM and you're tracking that information and you want to bring it back to the ERP as sales orders, we absolutely can do that. We also are able to take, or if a customer is taking payments within CRM, we can take those back, or take that back and bring it in as an invoice into ERP. Whether you are updating accounts or creating new accounts within the CRM, we can sync those back and create or update account records within the ERP. If your customer service team is taking returns or being able to track the return information within the CRM, we can sync that back to ERP so that you can have the up-to-date information within the RMAs. If you are utilizing CRM to track job or project costs, budgets, progress, whatever, we can sync that back to ERP to populate within the correct job module. And as well, we can actually update, or excuse me, we can take all the updated contacts that you've added within CRM and update that into the current record within ERP. So next slide.
Okay, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to take on this one, Stephen. Okay, so in addition to all of the syncing features, and remember the core part of this is that you probably are here in the conversation because you're utilizing the sync. There's Noah. Hi, Noah. Noah's our brand ambassador. If he's just joined the webinar, I'll introduce him in a second. He's on the video there. But in addition to some of the sync features that we've added, I'll go through some of the other add-ons that are very important. We've created dashboards for customers, for you, to be able to look at, to get a visual representation of what's going on with your sync. What's the health of your sync? How many records are you syncing per hour? When is the last time you synced? Do you have any? How many orders are you processing? What's the value of those orders? Those kinds of things are now represented in dashboards, and we're rolling those out to customers on a rolling basis. They came out of beta last month, and we've beta tested them with a number of customers. They're really enjoying them because it gives them a nice visibility, that's graphical visibility into what the status of their sync is. So that's quite successful. You should expect to be receiving emails from our support team as we roll those out to all of our customers, so please keep an eye out for that. Throughout the whole life cycle, we're continuously optimizing our sync process. That means increasing the throughput, increasing the speed, increasing the reliability, increasing the recovery from issues that we are able to recover from. We don't actually have to involve a person to go and fix something. It's a continuous process that'll go on forever and ever. And it's also about reducing the efficiency, reducing the amount of API calls that are used, which helps drive down costs. Some of the customers that have huge data sets. That's continuously going on. In today's webinar, people that have attended they're eligible for a promo, which is to upgrade to the real-time sync. So a lot of you might be on a sync that you chose when you onboarded with Commercient. You might have chose that you want to sync once a day or once an hour or 4 times a day, whatever the frequency is. Some of you might have chosen a real-time sync, and there's a promotion available. We'll get to it on the last slide. You can speak to your account executive about that if you are interested in upgrading to the real-time sync. A lot of customers have set up account security, ownership is what it's often called in the CRM system, so that different salespeople own different accounts. And sometimes they set it up manually. It very quickly gets out of date. So we've added a module called Account Security Sync. And what that'll do is it'll take your salespeople that are in your ERP system and links to those customers, and we'll use that as the basis for applying security. And that's quite a nice way to do it, because you make one update in your ERP system, which is often tied to the salespeople who are responsible for a customer, for customer service, as well as obviously for commission. So those ERP records are very reliable typically. And you make one update there, and it flows through to the CRM so that your salesperson is responsible for their customers in the CRM system through the account ownership security feature of the CRM. Speak to your account representative for more information on that. With CPQ being a hot topic for 2016 and 17, we've done a lot of integration with popular CPQ products such as the Steelbrick CPQ, as well as the Best CPQ. So these CPQ integrations are pretty popular because they really get more into the real business of how you sell your products, how you put them together, and how you price them. With kitted items, optional components, configured items. That's all part of the CPQ. As John mentioned earlier, we've increased our support so that we have a multi-channel communication. Our customers, some of them demand chat, some of them demand voice, some of them want us to do desktop sharing and help them with services directly on the desktops. Others prefer email tickets. Other folks prefer to go to a support portal and raise a ticket. And some folks like the self-service knowledge base. So we've added a lot of content over the last couple of years to our knowledge base, and that's been available. If you're not aware that it's available, please contact support@commercient.com and request access to the support portal, where you'll find all of these facilities. Reaching out to customers the way that they want to communicate is really important. One of the things that we've been involved with a lot, with all these, a lot of these customers that have been with us for so many years, of course, you're going through upgrades in your environment. You might have upgraded your ERP system. You might have, or you may want to upgrade your ERP system to the next version. Commercient will support you through that whole process. We can quite easily move your system, your Commercient SYNC from version X to version Y. That's pretty straightforward. We do it all the time. If you've got any concerns or any questions, please contact your account rep. They'll help you out there. It's a very, very straightforward process, and it's very inexpensive to perform the function. The customer success plans that John went over a minute ago allows you to have more of a concierge, I call it concierge style service through the accelerators. These allow you one-on-one sessions. If you prefer to use the self-service type style or the support ticket style, you can do so, or you can move up to the customer success plans. We're doing actually a webinar in about another 45 minutes. If you'd like to join that, please contact us. You can contact Stephen Bellinger if you would like to get more information on that. And he'll give you his email after this. We're doing a webinar. It's going to highlight this facility called Sync to Pay. So a lot of our customers want to be able to take payments in multiple channels. We're involved a lot with the CRM systems. So we're seeing a lot of businesses wanting to go for this complete quote to cash process. So they're in the CRM, they win an opportunity, they get the documentation signed electronically, and they want to take the payment with a credit card or ACH. We're going to be adding ACH soon. The credit cards have been available for quite a while now. It supports all the different credit card modules, cards, Amex, Visa, MasterCard, Diners, etc. And it allows you to use one payment gateway with one merchant account, and you can start, complete, or even transfer the completion of a payment from a CRM system to an e-commerce system to an ERP system. We can go into more detail on that later in our next webinar. So that's available to you. John, if you want to cover the summary?
In summary, we're expanding rapidly to serve you better. Support is available through multiple channels. We've expanded the offerings around Sync, and we now offer, as Richard was saying, credit card capability across multiple platforms.
And finally, for participants today, you've probably been emailed this already, but there's a promotion. If you're interested in a real-time sync upgrade, there's a 50% off promotion available. Just mention to your account rep that you attended this webinar, and then they'll apply this discount for you. Okay. And then Stephen, if you could just read out your email. So if anybody wants to join the full Sync to Pay webinar that's on at 2 p.m. Eastern, they can contact you, Stephen?
Yeah, not a problem. So you can reach me at S as in Sam, F as in Frank, ELLINGER. That's Stephen Bellinger at Commercient.com. Again, that's S as in Sam, F as in Frank, ELLINGER at Commercient.com. And I will make sure you get onto the webinar ASAP.
And I'm just going to actually type it on the screen for anybody who needs it. Webinar at 2 p.m. Let's quickly put that on the screen. And you should be able to see that. So the next webinar is at 2 p.m. Eastern. It's cover Sync to Pay, and that's Stephen's email address, sfellinger at commercient.com. That's spelled correctly. If anybody would like to join, please do so. Thanks. If you have any questions for any of these topics, please contact us after this call, and we can arrange to talk to you. Thank you very much.
Thanks, everyone.